Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Okay, I'm seeing something in the chat right now. Moderators, please boot anybody who is Team King Kong. That's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen. Um, big, big freaking furry ape, a big gigantic flammable ape, freaking talking crap to what's his name, Godzilla, a giant human matchstick. A lizard, a freaking reptilian blowtorch. Give me a break. It's not going to happen. Anyway, don't boot Team Kong people. Anyway, guys, what's up? No special guests today, just me. I do, however, have a one kind of special guest with me, and that is Goopang! I've got King Thanos, baby. King Thanos. That's right. Y'all know they're making the Maestro figure, and not too shabby, right? So I got a whole bunch of things here, mostly a bunch of things that I got in from somebody else, but this particular one, not the easiest damn thing in the world to find. And yet, here we go. What's going on, everybody who's here? Let me see who's here right now. We got Cryptid. What's up, Cryptid? Reptile will be getting a series, and Marvel is stating he's breakout young hero, and excuse me, how he's one of their most promising young hero. And I'm like, the F? The kid hasn't been used in 10 years. Yeah, exactly, right? Reptile, the kid with the red tail. But nonetheless, like he should have been, right? I mean, this is just Marvel with their head firmly placed, like shoved, wedged right up their buttocks, right? Not even just a regular butt, buttocks. Like, my God, man, how hard is it to separate, to very clearly distinguish which characters belong where? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our young adult section. This is our whatever. Like, Bendis had that idea when he went to DC. Unfortunately, DC actually had the freaking wherewithal to do it, and they completely screwed the whole thing up because they're DC. Which nowadays I guess translates to dumb comics. I know there's gonna be a bunch of people really upset by that, but you know, freaking DC's future state. Where was I just talking about? Oh, I just did a thorough analysis of DC's future state in the X-Men Legends review that I put up. I thought I put that up in the beginning of the day. I was just uploading it. And then I come home from like a full day's work. And I come home and I look, I was like, it's on the computer. Oh, what was I looking on YouTube? Oh, I didn't press send? Oh, geez, that's frustrating. Send. So by nighttime, you guys got to see that. I actually did that hours in advance. Oops. Anyway, so who else is here? Mark Guerrero. Yes, they cast Supergirl for the Flash movie. Did you actually see the Zoom interview that they did, the final one that they did? Because that was freaking like I actually started crying a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like she's just so happy, and like that fills me with so much joy when one of our own, you know what I'm saying, is like one of the superhero people, one of the people who's going to be a superhero. Because like if somebody went and told you like you get to be cast as your favorite superhero, except for Cryptid, because we're not casting him for Deadpool because we've already got Ryan Reynolds. But like I'm saying, I'm saying, hey, Cryptid, if all of a sudden you found out, Evans is not coming back, so you get to be Captain America, your second favorite superhero, um, like how much crying would you do? You'd be like, oh, yes, I gotta hit the gym, I gotta get even bigger, right? You got to start pulling helicopters to buildings and in a t-shirt, and that's not light work. You got to actually like you got to pump some iron for that. So I'm saying, like, we would all completely flip out, right? And to see her flip out like that, that did my heart a lot of joy. I love seeing stuff like that. It's like, dude, she's gonna try so hard to be the best freaking character she possibly can. Like that is amazing. Also, yeah, they were planning on casting a Latin America. They were planning on casting a Latina, I should say, Latina or Hispanic. Not sure, but either way, at the very least, Latina. Because the only place they were looking for was, yes, in the US, but they weren't looking in Canada. They were looking in places like the US and Argentina and Colombia, which is where she's from, Mexico and Brazil. Like they were looking in Spanish speaking, you know, countries and whatnot. They were specific, like it's evident. 425 people they interviewed. They were specifically looking for a Latina. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when they turn around, they've cast a. Yeah, duh. Look at the places they were, looking for. And when they were looking, in America also, they clearly weren't looking at white or black women. They were specifically looking for a Latina. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. Um, Viclops, what's going on, dude? Godzilla or Kong. So you're the one who started this. It's definitely Godzilla. Come on. Come on. I mean, make no mistake. I'm pretty sure it's going to be. Should I give spoilers? Like they gave spoilers. They gave spoilers. It's going to be one of those things where it's like they're both fighting, and remember King Kong won last time. And no, there is no secret footage where Godzilla won. That's one of those Mandela effect things. Yeah, that's true. It's a Mandela effect thing. There was no video out there with an alternate ending or something like that where Godzilla won. That doesn't actually exist. The film creators have talked about it as much because no, it's just not true, unfortunately. I remember a lot of people saying they saw one where Godzilla won, and no, it didn't happen. But anyway, yeah. See, military is able to capture him and contain him. Military never works. This never works on any other monster. Mark Guerrero has a great freaking point there. The military is able to capture Kong. Who has ever captured Godzilla? I mean, you can't even hold him in a headlock. Guy's got like a 600-foot neck. Can't hold him in a headlock for more than a couple seconds before he's just like, yeah, watch me reverse this. Oh, because Godzilla also knows wrestling. Godzilla also knows kung fu. That's right. Get that Jet Jaguar movie with what is it? Godzilla versus Gigan? No, Godzilla versus Megalon. Godzilla versus Megalon. I'm saying he knows karate. What's Kong gonna do? He's gonna be like, ooh, I'll go to big axe. Psh, let me show you how to disarm that. Like ninja chop his face. I'm saying, look. Uh, psh, psh. Anyway, what's up, Suan? How you doing? Um, Godzilla needs to jam a tree down Kong's mouth like he did in the first one. Probably will. Um, it was Bleep all along. Oh, spoilers. What's up, Core? Sabah, what's up, Sabah? Oh, crap. Sabah asked a question before, and I forgot to answer that question. Shoot, what was the question? I've never read X-Men comics other than Hoxpox. Would it be easy to jump onto with X-Men's Legends? No, it will not be. The 90s is one of the most convoluted time periods in all of X-Men comic books. That and the Fall of the Mutants. That was actually pretty convoluted also, but it's besides the point. It's neither here nor there. Anyway, no, you will not be able to jump on that and easily understand what's going on. No. Ha! Caught you with my elbow. The insert of my elbow. Look, they got Thanos' chair in the background on it. That's kind of cool. I dig that. Really quick little sketch of that. I like it. I mean, I'm not going to keep this because that's stupid, but it's not the point. It's the idea that I could keep it if I wanted to. What are you going to say? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? Send freaking Thanos after you. All right. Stick this thing back in there. Put it back in there. Be like, get out of here. All right, so we got Thanos. Now, this is a badass Thanos because, unfortunately, he's got both of his hands in fists. That's a little frustrating. He should also have open hands. But one of the cool things is, I could... nope, not even going to be that easy to make new hands. Not even going to be that easy because he's got the little gauntlet things on there. You can't see that. Anyway, there you go. Now you can see he's got the knuckles on the gauntlets and whatnot, the lines across his fingers. Like, that's actually pretty detailed. So I'm actually really bothered that he doesn't have an open set of hands. Also, it's just the one head. You know what? I've got other Thanoses that are approximately the same size. Hopefully they've got a different face, because literally just one face opened up. And he's also got the King Thanos head, which is kind of cool, like the Donny Cates thing. So that's cool. I like that they did that. I like that. And then he's also got the open gauntlet. Sorry, I'm not holding it the right way. And the I'm about to snap gauntlet. So that's cool. That's cool. So he could be like, come. And he's like, I'm gonna do it. And I guess you could fake it that this is the one that he already snapped. So not the greatest hand pieces ever, honestly, but whatever. Whatever. It's the best that we're going to get, I imagine. So, kind of sweet. I kind of want the hands to be open, though, also. And how come not a fist with the... You know what? I got to see what my other Thanos looks like. Because maybe if he's got an open hand on the other one, then that's actually going to make it super easy. Well, I got a bunch of Thanoses. I got the freaking Marvel Select one where it's got death next to him. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I can take apart and kit bash and put together. He's got his little skirt here. It's actually loose from everything else, and the this is actually attached to him fully. This is this. Now that I get this in my hands, this is not a great figure. Look, this is actually just paint. The yellow here, it's actually the straps. It's actually just paint. And if you look at it really close, there's smudges on it. Like right up here going into the crux of his shoulder. Yeah, not great, man. Like you can actually see clearly, evidently, the line right across the middle that's just painted on. Oh, that's not great. Hey, Silver Surfer, you're here. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Just sent you a Facebook message real quick. How you doing? Scrolling down, who else is here? Jeezy Cheesy, ZZ Thanos. Nice, nice. She got legs. She know how to use them. All right, let's put Thanos to the side over here. Get over there, Thanos. Relax, buddy. Let's see what else I got over here. I only got one more boxed item. The rest of the stuff is in stuff. So let me see. Only Starlin should be allowed to write Thanos, in my opinion. I don't know about the only one who's allowed to write him, but yeah. Maybe he's the only one who should be allowed to write him. They do one where like Teeny Howard did a Thanos story. Like I don't think I was able to get past the first issue. Oh, it was horrible. No, I think I did the first 2 issues, which was even worse. Like really horrible story. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Whoever did it. Thanos apparently is getting rings instead of stones in Heroes Reborn. What a great, the Infinity Rings. Great. So let's just have, whatever. Everybody's getting their taste of Aaron. Oh my God, that's terrible. Do you think Deadpool would regenerate if he was disintegrated by Thanos' snap? Yeah, probably, because, his relationship with death, that's apparently canon. Aaron is writing Heroes Reborn. Yes, he is. Corey, clearly not listening to the Comic Book University podcast. Which is fine. Okay, sorry. So I got the Wampa with Luke. How sick is this? So they're putting out the Luke Skywalker Bespin figure, which I think I actually got. I found a couple and I grabbed them really quick. I think I grabbed him also, but then somebody was selling this, and this is old. This is actually older. So I paid, I think I paid $80 for this. Totally worth it, in my opinion, because I actually have a Wampa. So, I mean, how sick is that? So I might wind up, I don't know, maybe I'll see what's going on with the Luke figure. Like, is his face as busted up as this one is? Because look how, you can't really see that well. I'll show you. So Luke comes with his blaster, medium blaster. Pew, pew. Comes with, uh-oh. No, I'm not missing anything. Okay. What is this? You have tape in there? He comes with his lightsaber. This is what was in there, but it's, no hilt. The hilt is over here. Just demonstrating that the hilt, awesome hilt, it's the Skywalker hilt. Don't let Rian Johnson get anywhere near it. And you see it's got the little circle in there so it can hook onto something. The older lightsabers, the older Star Wars Black Series would actually do that, the blue bands and all that. So anyway, the lightsaber can go inside, or you can take it out, to extinguish it. Yeah, so that's cool. Digging on that. Frick in there, jackass. There you go. Give me a hard time. Knock you the hell out. Anyway, let me pull Luke out. Let me also just pull out the Wampa so I can make all the noises now. Get rid of the box. All right. And piss off. All right. So here's Luke. Oh, wow. That's actually, that's sick. So he's actually meant to be hanging upside down necessary. And that's why the band, which is actually the strap that goes over his mouth, that's actually up. I guess you could push it back down though. So that's cool. That's kind of cool. I might have to use the other Luke. Anyway, this is cool, man. You can see his face. Look how scratched up his face is. Get rid of that. See how scratched up his face is? Like when he had that real life car accident? Yeah. So that's cool. I have to see what the other one looks like. I didn't bring it with me. Sorry. It's hiding someplace. I honestly don't remember where in the house I put it. But anyway, it's around. So he's got this holster for the blaster, which is just excellence incarnate. Okay, get your hand up again. There we go. I wish that they would make these with the, okay, that's actually kind of cool the way that it does. Okay, cool. So it can just kind of sit in there and it's locked in pretty well, the blaster. I kind of wish that they would do different hands on these guys because like his hand is permanently stuck in the pistol position, which not great. Not great. I want to be able to put different hands on them, just like with the Marvel Legends figures. So maybe they'll start doing that one of these days. Other than that, they got the double jointed elbow knees, but just like they do with the women figures nowadays, just the single jointed elbows. So definitely an older figure. Whatever. Didn't buy it for the Luke, even though I'm glad that I got the Luke. Because I got the Wampa. Oh, yeah. Look at the size difference between these two. Sick. Now, the big question is, does the arm come off? Because if not, oh, it definitely does. You know how I could tell? Because look, you can see the elbow joint right here on this side, but there is no elbow joint on this side. It literally just keep twisting it and then it comes off like that. Oh, and it's all red and meaty inside. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. I don't really need that thing on there also, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can just be like, you know, you cut off my arm. No, you get the blood all over his face and whatnot. That's cool. I'm not going to complain about this. Shoot, I am going to paint the inside of that red though, because that's just like what it's red-ish. Yeah, I'm going to get my magic marker, my Sharpie, my red Sharpie. And yeah, single jointed elbows. This is as far as he goes. His hands do move. I'm gonna have the Wampa versus Sasquatch in the Wendigo one of these days. Oh, plus, did you see on the Comic Book University Facebook group? Yes, there's a Comic Book University Facebook group. More people should be in there. That's probably where I'm the most active outside of here. Is just posted pictures of Bagel today because it was Catter Day. Thank you for who posted that. What do you call it? What do you call it? The new line of Marvel Legends figures that are going to be coming out soon. I'm going to get to the comments in two shakes of a lamb's tail. Give me a hot moment. Excuse me. The new set is going to have, like I actually posted on there. It was just announced yesterday, Fan First Friday from Hasbro Labs, Hasbro Pulse. They have a bunch of the original version of the Red Skull. So he's got the green jumpsuit and he's got different heads and stuff like that. Sick. Whole bunch of wicked characters. A regular comic book accurate version of Dormammu. So I'm digging on it. And then the Build-A-Figure that it comes with is going to be Zemnu, the original Hulk. Yeah. So you actually, from the Immortal Hulk series that we saw that was like coming apart and eating people. Yes, him. So that is freaking beyond wicked. Oh my God. I can't wait. I can't wait until that hits the stores. Every single one of those figures are going to be bought. Everybody's going to be building that freaking thing. So you know what? Honestly, that's one of the ones you need to pre-order. Okay, this is cool. Look at this. So you see all the layers of fur? He's just got the regular layer of fur on top, which actually goes all the way around. And then he can twist from there and down here he could twist. And it's got the layers of fur down here. See that? So like it actually looks like, because it is coated layers of plastic fur. Like this is a gorgeous figure, man. Look at this. The fur that goes over the feet. This is a beautiful figure, man. Over top of the hands and everything like that. Like the only way this would be better if the freaking hands moved. This is if the fingers move. Excuse me, the hands do move. The hands actually do. You could twist the hands and all that. That is a gorgeous figure, man. Damn, this is beautiful. Look, the horns, they're actually not attached to the face. They're just attached to the sides of the head. Move the head and everything like that. Can't go up and down too much, but whatever, man. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful figure. And it doesn't do the splits, but that's okay. He probably won't, be throwing down a piece of cardboard and doing the electric boogaloo anytime soon. And this is beautiful. Look, he's got the ankle rotation and everything. Not a lot you can do with the fur there, but damn, that is gorgeous. Woo! Victor, what's up, Victor? How you doing? Hey, if you look above, we were just doing our thing. Who's going to win between Godzilla and the big, stupid, flammable ape? But, feel free to put in your own opinion on who you think will win. I think I know. Also with the Luke, yeah, I like the old ones that actually have the little hook here. It's got the little hook down here by my finger. You can see it right down here by my finger. So you could actually take the little circle and you could hook the lightsaber on there. Obviously, it'll look better if the lightsaber itself isn't, ignited, but yeah. So anyway, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous freaking figures, man. Wow. So pleased with those. Everything else I have is loose, meaning it's been around for a little while, but I don't think it's going to bother a whole bunch of people. I don't think it will. I'm going to get to the bag later. First, let me, you know what? While Victor is here, let me show you yet another Juggernaut that I got. So this is the Marvel Select Juggernaut. It is freaking huge. It's actually my third Juggernaut figure. So I've got the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure and the Marvel Legends that came with the 2-pack for the, with Colossus, the comic book accurate Colossus. And now I got this one also. I don't know if I'm going to use this. Like you can see the veins in his arm. They're colored in, but like it's not somebody else who colored. That's actually the way that they came, super colored in like that. I mean, like he just looks jacked to the gills and then some. Dude's got muscles on top of his muscles. The bands don't come off. You can see they're painted on and not even that good. Like I'm gonna have to try and color match the brown and put it over top if I'm going to keep this. But thing is, I don't think I'm going to keep this. I might use it. Oh, geez. The Marvel Select waist. Like these things are horrible. It's like they bend at the top of the legs, and there's no real ab crunch on these things. They just kind of do this hula girl looking thing, which is like, who does that? Nobody does it. I'm the Juggernaut. Look at me. Rah, I could do silly things. It's probably going to get broken in the first couple of days, if not the first day. But I'm going to probably give this to my kids. Here, I'm going to take off the helmet in a moment. Let me just show you the hands. Like the hands are supposed to open and close. Look, real articulation. But I mean, even with it, like the index finger moves and then the 3 fingers on the bottom move simultaneously. It looks like you can hold a gun. What the hell does he need to hold a gun for? He can't even extend the fingers. That's the thing. He can just do that. That's it, back and forth. And then the thumb will actually move down and forward. It won't even kip out. It just goes like this. It's like, look, you can see my thumb. Oh, my thumb. Oh no, I removed my thumb from my thumb. Anyway, and then the helmet, of course, comes off. I like the head. That's the thing. I like that, you want to fight the Juggernaut? Let's go. I love that. That's cool. That's really the only reason why I actually bought this. Everything else I've got. I was actually thinking about maybe doing the head a little bit different too, but I think I'll just take one of the heads of the other figures and I'll actually just try and encapsulate some brown plastic over top of it to make it look like the skull cap, because unfortunately they don't make a Juggernaut where you remove the helmet and the skull cap is underneath because he's got that secondary, backup and why wouldn't they keep that? Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking about actually just giving this to my kids though. So I got it for like $15, 10 or 15, maybe $12.50, something like that. Anyway, it was super cheap, and my kids love the Juggernaut. They play that Marvel Lego game where he just he does this thing and he just starts running, and he's just running and just tearing down, everything that gets in his way. They love that. My youngest son, Cal, when he wants to run like a tough guy run, he'll do that. He'll put his arms up. So he'll put his arms up and just run like this. And I'm like, you're the Juggernaut, dude. You're gonna bump into something. You're gonna knock yourself out. Come on, man. All right, let's see some of these comments and whatnot up here. Next Marvel Legends wave will be based on. Oh, you're talking about it. Yes, John Wright, you are correct. Kubert, has Kubert ever drawn Kubert? Shut up, Rich. What's going on, man? How is the town kitty? She's fine. HRH Bagel. I need Alpha Flight Sasquatch, Sassy Squatch. Yeah, I've got that Sasquatch. I just showed a couple of episodes ago that I got the leg. I finally got the I think it was the left leg, right leg, whatever, one of the legs, the one that came with cable, because I didn't have cable. So, but I had multiple of the Paladin because I was trying to do that thing, and I did where I switched out the Paladin's torso with the fire effect of Cannonball's torso. So this way I can actually have legs on Cannonball and the fire effect. I just have to switch them out. Yeah, I know. So anyway, with this, so I wound up just attaching two left legs to him, and then I finally got cable. So therefore I finally got the right leg. So yay. So yeah, that was hard. Cable is kind of expensive. That's like a $50 figure up here in Canada. Mark, people at Lucasfilm like talk about how inclusive they are, but Mace Windu and Lando are supporting characters, had important positions and badass moments. Finn was a janitor, pretty much, who got tased by another character who didn't do anything. We'll have to get that Red Skull figure. I want to recreate cat punching Hitler pose on my toys. Problem is, where the heck am I going to find a 5-inch? 5-inch? You've only got the 5-inch figures? Oh no, these Marvel Legends are 6-inch figures, dude. So I'll have to settle. Yeah, I'm sure somebody makes a Hitler head, so you can always get like a one of the 6-inch soldiers, and then with and if it's not already tan or in desert khakis, you could just make it that way and then put a Hitler head on it to have. But he's got to be doing one of the things. So whatever. Sabah was kind of hoping Marvel would do another Scarlet Witch comic. I'm about to show a DC figure in a moment from the Green Lantern Corps. I'm saying it might surprise a couple of you guys. I was kind of hoping Marvel would do another Scarlet Witch comic this year, right? You think they're waiting for WandaVision to end to announce something? If they did, then they're stupid, because the week that WandaVision ends, there's going to be a 1-week hiatus, and then we're jumping right into Falcon and Winter Soldier. Literally, one month from now, that's when the Falcon Winter Soldier episode 1 is dropping. So I mean, like, what are they waiting for? Yes, the big guy. Hey, Bill, which character do you think returns the MCU first? Deathlock or Jigsaw or Elektra? Oh, dude, Elektra. I think they're going to do Daredevil before they do Elektra. To do Jigsaw, you'd have to do Punisher first. Deathlock. I don't know, man. They should definitely be doing some stuff with Deathlock. Elektra is my favorite of the three you mentioned there, but I figured they're probably going to do something with Deathlock first. If they wait so long as to do Elektra first, I'd be shocked. But sometimes you just wind up getting shocked. Why are his arms so long? Because he's Juggernaut. Damn it, that's why. Juggernaut versus Solomon Grundy. Oh, well, it depends. Is it on a Sunday? Because if it happens on a Sunday, everybody wins. Like if I'm fighting Solomon Grundy on a Sunday, Bill wins. Reggie, what's up, Reggie Simmons? How you doing, man? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Wait, just saying hello and you're leaving? That's it? Nah, man, come on. How about this? I have got one of the most badass Green Lantern characters ever. Y'all know Stell, right? This is the unbeatable, and he could, you know what? He can do for you, Reggie Simmons. He will do the robot. I mean, what else was I going to do? He'd be like, I am a freak of droid. Come on and wind me up. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So thank you for the $5 super chat, brother. So Stell, this is one of the baddest ass of the Green Lanterns. Remember when what's his name? He's laughing his ass off. You remember when Jeff Johns was like, Stell, he's one of the coolest, most baddest. I remember reading that and just right away going, yeah, he's gonna have him destroyed soon, isn't he? And it was only like what, less than 10 issues later, I think it was, they just had him wrecked. Stell would show up and it's like, oh yeah, what are y'all gonna do now? It's like freaking Parallax would show up, and as soon as Stell showed up, they're like, oh, what are you gonna do now? Oh, what? He'd go in and like just a boom, and then all of a sudden, I forget who it was who actually wrecked him, but somebody wrecked him. Oh, you know what? I don't usually show off my comics in this one, but this just came today. Just came today. I don't do no prizes, but I will do a nerd prize. So what this is Justice League from the New 52, issue number 31. Whose first appearance is this? First full appearance. There were 2 cameo appearances before this. The Green Lantern number 20. This is the reason why they keep on saying Ethan Van Sciver. He does a lot of diversity and stuff like that. Yeah, he did like the first cameo appearance, but issue 30 and then this one, it's literally like, dude, Van Sciver didn't do this one. You know what I'm saying? Element Girl. What the hell? Anyway, Van Sciver didn't do this one. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do the one previous to this. But Green Lantern 20, there was a barely evident, like barely first, cameo appearance in there. These 2 were done by Brett. Who did this one? Doug Mankey. You know what I'm saying? Doug Mankey did this. Jeff Johns and Doug Mankey. And this is the first full appearance. Yes, Mark Guerrero, Jessica Cruz, you get the nerd prize. So this is actually the first full appearance. The first cameo appearance is Johns and Sciver on issue number 20 of Green Lantern. Then Justice League issue number 30 is her first real cameo appearance. And then this right here, number 31, is her first full appearance. And there's a whole bunch to do with her stuff. No worries there, Victor. But what game are you playing? This is her true first appearance, her first full appearance. So bang, this just came in the mail. I'm like super ecstatic over that one. Badang. And and then of course super ecstatic over Stell because he is an absolute badass. These little plastic pieces down here are very light plastic that go on his back, so they attach that way. Super light around the waist, which is interesting. Kind of wish that he would be able to open his fists to do hands, but whatever. He's just gonna be knocking some fools out. This is a Build-A-Figure. I forget which wave this came with the original DC Universe Classics figures. Little loose there in the foot, but not very loose at all. This one you actually feel the ratchet, if not hear it. But yeah, this was, oh god, absolutely gorgeous figure. Look at the pipes and the pistons and the shocks and struts over here. God, absolutely gorgeous figure. Love this figure. Woo! Stell. Hells yes. I got another builder figure over here, older school one, and this is actually from the Winter Soldier wave, the Winter Soldier wave. I don't know if you guys remember back when I did the James Wan Mortal Kombat trailer. That's James Wan also? Huh, cool. It's very nice. Did you see the Red Band one though, Corey? Stell versus RoboCop versus Terminator. Stell every single time, Mark. Every single time. I play the iPhone game and says you're in Scorpion. Nice. You're playing Smite. Okay, cool. So anyway, if you guys remember, the very first Marvel Legends figure that I bought when I was actually going to start collecting was the big Thor figure from the Odin Build-A-Figure wave. And you remember I threw out the leg, and it was years later that I was able to find the whole Build-A-Figure. So I actually have 2 of them, but one of them is missing the leg that came with Thor. Oops. Anyway, yeah, but the very second figure I bought was actually the blue Winter Soldier outfit for Captain America that actually had it was missing the pistol, which whatever, and he was missing the Build-A-Figure leg that came with the Mandroid. I actually got a discount from that at the Walmart that I found him at because somebody stole some of the stuff out of it. But now, bang, I got the whole Mandroid. So my bud up in Quebec, he was selling the Mandroid figure, and I got him. Bang, a whole ass Mandroid. Now I need to get I'd love to get at least one more. Realistically, nobody needs 3. You know what I'm saying? But getting 2 of these would be freaking amazing. But even just this one, this is absolute badass. These things, like Tony Stark tech and all that good stuff, man. Woo! This is a beautiful freaking figure. Just come by and start wrecking house on people. And it's also cool. Remember I said I was planning on, I just now came up with this idea, like as we're doing this. Remember I said that I didn't have oh crap, what the hell's his name from the end of the original Armor Wars? The guy with the nuke, was his name Nuke? Anyway, the original guy that, had the giant nuke on his back. I didn't have that figure, and I don't have a Crimson Dynamo. Well, I have a version of Crimson Dynamo coming. It's not the one that I want. I actually need a full-size, giant, freaking, big-ass... Actually, no, I have Titanium Man. It's Titanium Man that I need. I need Titanium Man, and I need this guy, and then boom. Oh, I'd also need Stingray. Oh, crap. I got to freaking find Stingray now. Aren't they making him soon? I think they're making him soon. I mean, they got the Falcon figure. They can easily make the Stingray. Anyway, bang. I got a Mandroid, and he looks like Nuke. I can just put a big nuke on his back, and then we're good. Okay, all that's left is stuff in the bags, but there's some amazing stuff in here. Yes, you did. Nice, with all the blood and the cursing. Question, Professor. What's up, Cryptid? Whose arm would you want, Cable's or Winter Soldier's? And what's the first thing you would do with it? Well, Winter Soldier's is badass. Cable's, unfortunately, comes with the techno-organic virus. So even though I could do the whole body slide by one and, teleport, throughout time and stuff like that, time and space, no. No. I don't need... Because, my psionic abilities are not as good as Cable's psionic abilities, so I'm gonna say they're close, but not as. So no, I think I'll take Bucky's arm and just plus the new one is made out of vibranium now. Get out of here. Up, Sue-Ann. Welcome back, Sue-Ann. Don't forget to show your appreciation for Professor Bill, showing us all these awesome toys by She-Hulk smashing that like button and enrolling in Comic Book University by subscribing. Do it or die. Sue-Ann's the nice one. I'm the bad cop. Okay. Actually, if the let me do this here. What can I do? What can I... You know what? Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move these guys to the side, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you one of the things I was going to hold for last. I'll just do it now. Sue-Ann is, pow, the Brood Queen. And she's like, I gotta like the video. She-Hulk smashed that video. Bam! With my 2 tails. I gotta. So this is, I absolutely love this. I got a Brood Queen. I'm gonna probably be using this as a regular brood drone. Actually, I think these are the regular brood drones because the Queen has wings, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, I think I'm remembering correctly. The Brood Queen has, because there is the Build-A-Figure for the Brood Queen. And I'm trying to build it. I've got the wings, I've got the head and the torso and the tail. I've got to get the long front legs. Basically, I've got to get all the legs for them. And not the easiest thing in the world to do, but I'm trying. Yes, I am. Thank you for acknowledging. I will also infect the universe with my positivity. Fear me. But it's positive fear. It's a positive fear. So anyway, I do have a drone. Now, honestly, what's the point of having a drone if you only have one? So yeah, I wasn't playing around, and I made sure that I got more than one because you got to have more than one brood drone. So yes, and you see they got the little spikes in the bottom and stuff like that. Can you see that? Yeah, just take a look at the undercarriage of this thing. Like it is genuinely terrifying. It looks like a xenomorph. It really does, and I love it because that's what it's supposed to represent. It's a freaking xenomorph, and the legs actually do go back and forth and they move around like that. They don't kip out, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be that damn mobile. But the tails actually spin a little bit, so you can actually have them out, you can have them in. And like I'm saying, they're drones. So like at the end of the day, even just having two probably isn't enough. So I got three. I got three of these. This was really expensive, my peeps. Like I'm not joking. Like when I start like really getting into the freaking what do you call it? Stop motion stuff. You got to like go all in. You know what I'm saying? So I got three of these guys. No, I'm not going to pull out a fourth one. I don't have a fourth one. I'm not like made of money. Jesus, I'm not the giving tree. But anyway, yeah, I got three brood drones. So I mean, how sick is that? Plus, I got the brood queen being built. I'm trying to collect all the pieces. They're not the easiest freaking pieces in the world to build, damn it. But I'm trying. I am trying. Anyway. Oy, put you down there. Can we have brood cafe? We should have a brood cafe. Let me put this knife back. Richard Pace, usually avoid looking at alien undercarriages. Honestly, are you busy, Richard? You want to come on in and say hi? Been trying to get you in for a while. You've been like super busy with birthday parties and stuff like that. Brood versus xenomorphs. Okay, see, I've talked about this before, and I know that it's a scary. Yeah, the brood queen has wings. Thank you, John. I know that it's a weird thing to say, but I got to go with the brood. First off, I'm a comic book guy more than a movie guy or anything. But at the end of the day, nah, man, you like the brood are way more intelligent. Inking away next weekend. Hey, you let me know, dude. Balls in like here's the ball. You got the ball. Um, Superman and Lois getting good reviews. It'd be great to have a real Superman, no more snack. Wow. The Comic Book University podcast tonight, I will be talking about Deborah Snyder, talking about fan reaction and reviews, specifically regarding the BVS movie. So I'm saying you have at least two xenomorphs in your studio. The actual, okay, yeah, I got some xenomorphs myself. I don't have them here. I got a couple of them. Carlos at Gotham Central has that. He's selling it for like $300 or something like that, and I'm not gonna do that. But he's got the gigantic xenomorph queen, which I'm just like, I think about it. If I could find that's the thing. I got to find a what do you call it, mech? That'll go up against that the loader, because I would love to reenact that with stop motion. That would be freaking amazing. Deathstroke versus the Mandalorian. Oh man, Mark, you might be topping all the ones you've done before. Got to go with Deathstroke, right? Like you got to go with Deathstroke. If I win a lottery, oh great, you're gonna get it before I do. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Hey, you never know if my immigration consultation business winds up taking off. Then maybe I'll put it right in my office. We'll see what's up. Okay, I got two more figures to show you guys. One of them is the old Marvel Legends Pyro. So he is super articulatable. Like he can look at what he can do with his freaking, like who can bend their arms like that? Dude, you never find a figure that can bend their arms like that. Plus the articulation of the feet, they got the finger, so he can actually, the finger looks like it's supposed to, no, it doesn't move. The finger will not move. So he's either picking his nose or crooked pointing at someone all the time, but he can move the back of his hand, can't move the thumb or anything else, but he can bend the wrist and whatnot. He's got the tubes for the flamethrowing. Hey, God Tank, what's up? Got a copy of SC number 2. Yeah. SC. What the hell is SC? What the hell is SC? I don't know what SC is. Anyway, hey, Marita, what's up? Let me know what SC is. I don't know the freaking. Sorry, I'm not. Beskar armor or no, man. Marita, also a comic book writer. The Mando takes it. Really? You can't just go based on like the equipment that somebody has. Come on, man. It's more than just the equipment. Oh, second. Why do I not know this? Yes, I bought it from Comixology yesterday. Well, I bought the. I don't have the physical copy, unfortunately. I what do you call it? I don't plan on going back out to Gotham Central this week. But anyway, yeah. So I got the digital copy from Comixology. Hello, Professor. Just wondering, what do you think is the better Star Wars movie or the comics? Heard you say you like comics better, so just wondering. Yeah, that's a rough one. With Star Wars, I like the movie better. I was actually introduced to the movies before the comics, and I don't have the original comics. I wish I did. Like 2 months before the movie comes out, here's the Star Wars comics. So the first appearance of Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker and all those is not in the movies. It's not in anywhere else. No, it's not even in a poster. It's very specifically in Marvel Comics Star Wars issue number 1, which Roy Thomas did. And like when I say did, I mean Stan Lee actually said no, and Roy Thomas said, "I'll talk to him." I'm saying, I'm saying. Roy Thomas, the best thing to happen to comic books. You know what I'm saying? In just bang. I know that like, and when I say that about a lot of people, but stay safe, stay smart, stay inside. Yes, agreed. Um what do you call it? Roy Thomas is just one of the best things that's ever happened to comic books. Like the guy is just like comic book historian, does the Altered Ego comic to this day. Uh, Gets interviews that I can only dream of getting after just talking to Kelly Thompson last week. And I'm all just like, yeah, this guy gets really good interviews. No, I'm dead serious. Like this guy, he's just like Roy Thomas is freaking amazing. And yeah. So I've got Pyro. This is the old school Marvel Legends one. It is not the one from the what do you call it? The Rogue and Pyro 2-pack. This is the old school one. It's in really great shape. So like usually get these and they're in really horrible condition. They won't even stand on their own. This one does stand. But a lot of times the toes are just so messed up that they, because the toes actually move on these old Toy Biz ones. And anyway, so I grabbed this and I'm happy. I'm very happy that I got it. I've got a Pyro now. If I am able to get the 2-pack one, though, I'm probably going to paint the black tattoo on his face, the skull, because that would probably have to be the new version of Pyro, who, even though he's in the Marauders, he just simply does not get enough love. So I've got one more figure to show. I'm going to actually have to attach his wings. Hint, hint. Put these guys on, these big, beautiful freaking wings. And then we'll just talk for a little while. We'll just talk. Justin, Anya, what's up? How you doing? Just jumping in. Did you hear about the 3 Spawn comics Todd McFarlane announced? No, I did not. Do you have a link for that you could throw in so I can take a look at that? Okay. Yes, Sue-Ann, it is Angel. And it's the old school Angel. Because I got Archangel, like amazing figure, but now I've got regular Angel. You got to have the original. Oops. In order to do anything with Archangel to begin with. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? So old school Toy Biz, toes move, and whatever. Not a lot you could do. It's literally like back and forth, back, forth. There is no up or down with this. There is nothing. There's just back and forth, or you can remove them. And even when you remove them, you got these big clunky things on the back. So yeah, I guess I could put a shirt over top of him and it'll look about the same. Like he taped down his wings because that's what it used to be. He used to actually tape down his wings so he can walk out in public. Anyway, Warren Worthington III. I've got the original version of Angel here, and it is gorgeous. And he's one of the most beautiful freaking characters out there. Like when something bad happens to Angel, like him getting harpooned to a sewer tunnel wall. Yeah, it's really freaking sad, genuinely sad. So love this figure. The wings are beautiful, right? Donny Cates would be writing one of them. What? Donny Cates is writing one of the Spawns? Actually, he announced it on his Instagram. Zack Snyder is Uwe Boll with a budget. So the pandemic situation in Canada, like, because, oh, what's it like? Because I'm in England, I haven't physically visited a comic book store since October. Yeah, my comic book store is closed to the public. I go in because I'm technically considered an employee in the sense that I do the advertising, I do the marketing for the store. So that's the only reason why I'm allowed in. But what do you call it? Yeah, so I just go in and do my thing and that's it. Yeah. The situation, everything is shut down. I'm um I'm still trying to get parts for the washing machine because I had to actually install all the pipes and whatnot and extend them. And I've got to do the size changes one. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that I got, it's actually American. So it's imperial measurements. So you got like freaking 3/4 inch and 1/2 inch. And it's like in here, in the rest of the world, including in the UK and here in Canada, it's in millimeters. It's all in metric. So sometimes the matchups don't go exactly. They simply don't. Um, and when you're dealing, like if I'm dealing with cars and I've got like a socket set, because that's what a lot of people say. No, they actually match up. No, they actually don't. When I'm using a socket set for cars and whatnot, I can see just on there what the translation is right away, and just it's good enough that I can loosen um, tires and stuff like that. But when you're dealing with plumbing and there's actually water, there are like minutia differences in the size between like a 3/4 and what is it? I think it's 13 millimeters. I forget which one. I think that those are the two that match up. And that little tiny bit of space, I mean, you can't put enough plumber's tape around there to freaking get it to stop leaking. So you actually have to get the right measurements to do that. And you know what that starts with? It starts with finding the proper imperial with a connecting um, uh, not standard. We always say standard, but it's actually imperial in America. When we say, oh, standard or American standard, it's actually called imperial. That's the correct name for it. Anyway, D. Snyder, a fellow Jersey guy. Nice one, Richard. Tommy, dude, I'm so sorry. I was playing The Darkness 2 last night, and I on Twitch, and I saw that you commented, but I only saw it after I closed everything because the game is full screen. I'm sorry. I didn't see you talking to me because I started to get sick. I started to get motion sickness, so I turned off the game and I started leaving. And as I was leaving, I saw that you did a bunch of comments, and I apologize. I tried to get it to show up on my phone, and oops, didn't quite work out the way that I wanted to. Anyway, so I wasn't ignoring you. I didn't realize you were talking. So my bad. Oh, and I just realized, yeah, I've got my Sasquatch up here with my Alpha Flight. Okay, so BJ commented also, sorry guys, I'm trying to get to everybody. If Marvel is introducing Gore the Butcher, then are they going to do King in Black? They might. They might. The problem is, and Silva Surfer, if he's still here, actually pointed out very importantly that and I didn't want to say this in one of my reviews because it is kind of a dirtbag thing to say if you're going to be like in one of your reviews, but this is not a review. So like we've already got Null without the K, the Living Darkness, which is one of the many, many Cthulhian figures that Marvel uses for the Howard Philip Lovecraft stuff from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? By the way, there might be an H.P. Lovecraft book out there that Richard Pace has done with Mike Mignola. That's a possibility that might be out there. One of the most terrifying openings of a book, seeing a naked ass penguin in the Arctic, going wah, 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 and then walking away. It's like, oh yeah, this is going to be a messed up book. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. So if you guys aren't familiar, go and check out that book. Yes, the lead singer from Twisted Sister. We're not gonna take it. Oh, holy crap. Did you guys see? D. Snyder actually did, I think it was a couple of years ago, but I only saw it recently. He did a slowed down version of that. And it's really, and I think he did it for people with cancer or something like that. Like it was a really, really powerful version of the song. It's a teen anthem from back in the early 80s for me. But like when you listen to the more slowed down version of it, like it's a powerful song, especially when you back it up with that video and whatnot. Go and check that out. You saw it, Tommy, dude, like so good. And yeah, D. Snyder, very prolific dude from Jersey. He's a businessman. He was doing a version of BMX bikes for a while that were made out of titanium, which is badass. He did a bunch of movies. What was Strangeland, I think is the name of one of the movies. Really good movie. Anyway, yeah, Snyder. Check out D. Snyder. But anyway, what do you think of the Batman 89 coming out? Plus, there's the Superman 78. It's funny they call them that because realistically, they're not going to be those. They're actually going to be. Okay, well, oops, Mark. Anyway, Doom. Yes. What do you call it? It's actually going to. I'm going to talk about this in the Comic Book University podcast, which will drop for you guys tomorrow morning. But nonetheless, it's actually not going to be those. It's going to be from the sequels on. So Batman 89 had Batman Returns afterwards, and that was with Kim Kim Basinger or Michelle. It was Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. So it's actually going to take place after Batman Returns. As far as the Superman, the Richard Donner 1978 Superman, there's actually a director's cut of Richard Snyder's Superman, which, whatever. The other guy, I forget who the other guy was who did that, but he actually went back and refilmed all those old scenes just so he could say that he did the whole thing, when in reality, you still got to admit that it was Richard Donner who did that stuff, who did at least half of the stuff. But anyway, so he came out and he did the thing and whatever. And I think it's going to take place after Superman 2, which would make sense because who the hell doesn't want, who the hell wants to live in a world where nobody kneels before Zod? I mean, am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll listen to your criticism. I won't believe you. But there has to be a world where people have kneeled before Zod at some point or another. Otherwise, the world just doesn't make sense anymore. Like I said, you could disagree. I'm in artist mode, so spelling correctly is optional for the moment. Falling asleep, so logging off. See you later, Sabah. BJ, what's the difference between reading novels and reading a comic book? Huge difference, because yeah, the Snyder cut is the Donner cut is much better. Agreed, Mark. BJ, the difference is that regular novels are just a literary escape. It's just the words, and you have to explain a lot, and there has to be a lot of explanation for like scenery and things. Like you have to describe the grass. Case in point, look at Anne Rice. I talk about this every so often. Anne Rice doing 6 pages worth of describing the grass in front of the castle. Like that was Interview with the Vampire. Like it's a lot. You have to describe the scenery. With a comic book, it's a visual media. So it could be writer led, it could be artist led, or it could be editor led, right? And that actually usually leads to Marvel going bankrupt. But that's not the point. That's neither here nor there. The idea is that there's so much less that you have to describe because you could see it now. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, what's the difference between a comic book and going to the Guggenheim and seeing some of the great works of art there? You know what I'm saying? One is you're just looking at the art and it's all interpretation. There's no story to actually tell you what's happening there. But with a comic book, it does that. It literally reaches the art only or the art purist world and the literary purist world, and it combines them both. And yes, while the predominance is superheroes, in reality, you could tell, and we have told stories with comic books in many different forms. Like back in the day, there was the biblical retellings of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Mostly Old Testament stories, because let's be realistic, the only cool stories in the New Testament is the book of Revelations, and everything else. Like, that we don't need kids seeing that stuff. Just like we don't take from the book of Daniel. You know what I'm saying? That's some violent stuff. We also don't take from the book of Leviticus. But like the Samson and Delilah story, the Noah's Ark story, the Moses story, oh, we'll read the hell out of those. You know what I'm saying? Also some really great Cthulhian mythology there. Of course, it's actually just called regular Bible there. But Dagon, that's the origin of Dagon. There's that. Anyway, There's so many different ways of telling. They've told the stories of the Swiss Family Robinson and whatnot, and there are people who've argued that we shouldn't do that because it takes away from the literary reality there. And that's a possibility, but I guess the exact same arguments can be made that we shouldn't bother making movies of these great literary stories, you know? But then we want to have the Count of Monte Cristo, Crisco is a little bit different. The Count of Monte Cristo, which is one of my favorite freaking movies. I kind of want to go and watch that right now. By the way, again, I've been to Chateau d'If. Freaking amazing, you know? But like this is what I'm talking about. There's so much out there to and comic books has the ability to listen to Jim Shooter. If you go and check out the it wasn't an interview. I did an interview with Jim Shooter, but the thing that I did basically I handled press for the Aurelia Comic Con where Jim Shooter and Mike DiCarlo were at. Mike DiCarlo is the guy who did the inks for seminal works like The Death of Robin. Um, I covered their speaking arrangement, and it was amazing seeing these two talking. Like with all due respect, especially Shooter talking about look at what you can do in comic books when you have movies. You can have Superman standing and you can have Superman sitting. The problem is with movies, you usually have to have the in between also, which is him sticking out his butt, which you don't need to see that, right? Like, what's the point of showing stuff like that? But in comic books, you could skip over that. In comic books, you can pan around without anybody getting dizzy. Or you can choose to make them dizzy. Has anybody ever, read something that Steranko did? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that you can do with a comic book. It's freaking amazing, Dumas story rock. Nice one, Raven. Freaking Raven, dude. Like this guy knows everything. It's insane. No movie is better than any book I've ever read. Agreed. As a parent, which one do you recommend to the kids, novels or comics? Okay, there's like we live in a world where we don't need to have just one, you know? Kids love superheroes and they're going to get into superheroes big time. I think that sometimes if you give them comic books, it might make things a little bit too easy. But at the same time, comic books are going to get the kids to understand why. I don't know about today, but back when I was a chaplain for just a very short while in Freehold Correctional Institute, what do you call it? They used to actually use comic books to help try and educate some of the prisoners there. And plus, all throughout the 80s, they would actually use this is real talk. They used to actually use comic books to teach inmates who didn't know how to read. The ease at which to look at the scenery and then because instead of just trying to guess at what the words mean, you're actually associating the words with the pictures and the scenery that you're looking at. So especially those comic books in the 80s, which we really just don't get anymore, but like narrators boxes, which I kind of miss. Sometimes they'll talk in second person, you know what I'm saying? Be like, you are Iron Fist. You are the most badass mamma jamma who's ever walked the face of the earth, and you can turn your freaking fist into a freaking golden rod of pure power. And it's like, oh my God, I really feel like I'm in the comic book. Or it could just be like the narrator just doing a narration's voice, and you're reading. And it's like, oh, Iron Fist walks into the, so third person, Iron Fist walks into the store and boom, 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 boom. And it's like, whoa. So you can actually put, and then Iron Fist talking and Iron Fist thinking, they're all different ways of approaching things. If you've ever seen the David Lynch Dune movie from 1984, there's Paul Atreides, Muad'Dib, doing the narrator's voice. There's him thinking, and then there's him talking, and everybody else talking also. And it really, I hate lots of things about the Dune movie. Specifically, they changed the weirding way into some kind of pew pew gun, which is dumb to me. But you have to look at the visual masterpiece, especially for 1984, that Dune was. And not just the visuals of it. It really felt like a comic book in so many different ways. I mean, there were so many ways to just have this character convey the message, the story to the viewer. and it was just like what a comic book would do, and it's incredible, you know. Um, by the way, I don't think you've been following Far Sector. I haven't, because Ernie has been from Blurred Without Fear, and like I feel bad sometimes covering things that are so seminal. For Black Panther is one thing I'll make an exception for, because I don't care. He's just one of the best characters in the world. I will cover Black Panther, with all due respect, as long as Coates isn't doing that current storyline that he did. Which, sorry, I just couldn't get into that. But anyway, I feel like Ernie just does such a great job at doing it. I don't feel the need to try and overstep what he does. I think my first introduction to illustrated storytelling was a children's Bible. Nice. The art was so good, right? Jay Nunya, when I was a kid, evangelicals passed out mini comics. Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg did a video on them. Nice. Yeah, I forget what that YouTube channel is called, what Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg. But yeah, they do a lot of really good stuff, because like they're pretty much comic book historians, on their own, because they did live through a lot of that, and really good commentary on some of the stuff that they do. But yeah, they used to have the illustrated Bibles, the classics illustrated Bibles and stuff like that. These, hey, what's up, Evan? Oh, Evan. Oh, Evan. Here's the guy. They had what do you call it? In fact, not even just that, but they would actually put out little like warning things. And I remember some of these were so silly, but whatever. They would actually make little comic books of, this is what happens. You go to hell if this kind of thing, which were just silly, but it is what it is. Anyway, cartoonist kayfabe. Thank you. Yes, cartoonist kayfabe. This is what it looks like. Go and check out that channel, because Piskor and Rugg do a really good job on that. So Evan Burke, this is the guy. Do you guys read Thor issue number 12? Because he actually gets Hugin and Mugen talking about Professor Bill at Comic Book University, which is just like, this dude, Evan. I'm like, you get a slow clap, dude. And I want everybody at home clapping also, because holy crap, man. This guy, what has this guy done? Look at what this guy's done. Yes, it's about me, but like, dude, I am giving AF. I'm constantly trying to talk about the comic books. I know I don't make any money off of doing this. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for fame. If anything, I lost a potential job because somebody saw that I was doing this. Like, you're a really good talker, but I feel like there's a chance that you're going to say something really controversial at some point, because you really do shoot from the hip. And if you wind up doing something on YouTube that some people don't like, it could wind up affecting your job. And like, okay, sorry to hear that. I don't need jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I'm good with what I do. I'm good with teaching English, and I'm good with trying to move on to doing immigration consultation, for refugees and the like. Like, I'm good, you know? But every so often when you do get a little bit of, favor, like it's just a little bit of something that's like, holy crap. Because I've never gotten, like, here's the thing that's so amazing about this. I've only written one letter to Marvel Comics before, and that was for an Incredible Hulk comic book back when he was gray, when Peter David was doing it. And I tried to ask the question, whose healing factor is faster, Wolverine's or Hulk's? You know what I'm saying? Because it looks like Hulk's is faster. Turns out it was, but it never got published. It never got published, and it broke my heart. But every so often, you'll find a little indie comic like Keen Spot likes to take, thumbnails from me or images of me and then put it in their comic books and say, oh, look, Professor Bill at Comic Book University, he did a review of our comic book and he liked it. I'm saying. So like that would start happening every so often. Little things like that would start happening, And then Evan wound up getting 2 letters accepted to an Immortal Hulk comic book, which is perfect because I just told you my Hulk story. And all of a sudden, like, he gets like 2 letters in the same comic book where they're talking about, and it's like, wow, that's impressive. In this one, in Thor issue number 12, dude actually gets the editor, so therefore Hunin and Mugen, talking about, like, dude, that is freaking amazing. Evan Burke, you are a damn superhero, and I don't care what anybody says. Like, you have made my day more than I could possibly imagine. And like, it sticks. Every so often I think about it, I'm like, damn, yeah, the damn Ravens talk. Like, that's canon. I don't care what anybody says. That's canon. The Ravens, who know everything. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about Professor Bill in Comic Book Universe. I'm saying, and they wished you luck. Like, dude, you got your bachelor's, working towards the masters. You're moving along nicely. So, like, honestly, dude, from my heart, thank you, Evan. You are a freaking Superman. Which Lantern Corps? Mark says, would you put Captain America? Blue Lantern Corps. That's not. Oh, he actually says between green and blue. Yeah, it would be blue. Beyond the shadow of a doubt. Think about it. They're all defensive unless all of a sudden something else happens. Granted, he could wind up being the guy who actually successfully, because remember Hal Jordan, he actually had both. He had the green and the blue. If anybody can combine the two, because nobody has more willpower in the comic books than Captain America. We've seen this guy overcome feats that just, it's like, dude, could Superman even pull that off? Yes, of course, Superman could pull that off, but it's not the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, could Superman even pull that off? Like, some of the feats that he's done, out of this freaking world, right? So I think that if anybody could combine the two, it would be him, beyond the shadow of a doubt. But starting off, it would have to be blue. And realistically, that is actually one of the stories that I've had in my mind for years, ever since I was reading as they were coming out. The when the Blue Lantern Corps were introduced, to the comics, like, the Jeff Johns run, I was reading the hell out of those. So yeah, that's actually a story that I do hope to one day be able to, like, I've got so many Captain America figures, I'm going to be painting one of them up to look like a Blue Lantern. I did, and like isn't the proper word. Love, you spelled love wrong. You spelled it Like. It's Love. So, but hey, 2 out of 4 ain't bad. You got a half right. I loved it. Just got your hands on the issue, dude. Absolutely amazing, man. Disney Golden books were my first illustrated books. Oh, I have a bunch of the Disney Golden books, not just the superhero ones, but I've got a bunch of them. I was actually thinking for a while, actually reading them on a different channel, just going through and showing the pictures and reading them. So, just have a YouTube channel just for kids where, they can actually see these stories being read to them. I'm still thinking about doing it just because I have so many of them and I think it'd be fun. Plus try and get more kids into reading. So yeah. Anyway, looks like I got to the bottom of the comments, which means I'm out. Guys, it has been great and love it. And I will talk to you guys later. All right. Stay safe. Be good. Have fun. Love and peace. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.